Hello, everyone. This is Darsonobe here. This is my review on To the Last Man. This is the first appearance of a character by the name of Janek Sunber, who is nicknamed Tank. If you've paid attention to A New Hope or read the novelization, someone by the name of Tank is mentioned. Um, he doesn't have that many appearances in the expanded universe. And, well, what the expanded universe does best is take a small little reference to someone that was one of Luke's friends and give him a story. And that's what I like about this comic. Now, I've been praising this comic a lot. I'm not gonna lie, even though because I like the big story. I like the some of the one shots. For the most part, I've actually been enjoying this run. With the exception of the Princess Leia story, I think this has been a pretty solid comic series. Now, this particular story it introduces us to you know Tank, which you'll find out later is Luke's friend. You know, basically a native world, and he has to deal with one particular you know superior officer that doesn't particularly like him. And, well, the thing I really do like about this story is, again, I know this is something that I've been saying a lot. The Imperials are so much more interesting as a result of these comics. And I'm not surprised that you have a lot of Imperial centric stories, which this is something that I want. I want more of this. I want to read more from the Imperials' point of view because they are interesting. Because it does, give us more of a human side to the Empire. And not all of them are like evil dirtbags. That they're just normal people that are fighting for what they believe in. And Janek Sumber, he's one of those men. He has, a natural talent for command, and seeing his struggle, dealing with an incompetent superior officer, who is trying to undermine him in every way and is a coward, and one of the few people that do believe in him, the general that he dies. Now, this art for this particular comic, I think it's great. I really do. Just like every story in this run so far, with the exception of Betrayal, the art has been pretty freaking amazing in this comic. I do like the gritty look that it has, and the stormtroopers look like stormtroopers, and it does show the consequences of an incompetent commander and what would happen. Now, at the end of this comic, it is revealed that the reason why there was so much hostility between the natives and the Empire is they were on sacred ground. And, well, they proved their worth to these natives, and as a result, they saw them as being worthy. Now, at the end of the comic, Jarek, Jarek Sumber, he does temporarily get the rank of commander, but it's stripped from him because there's no official record of him being promoted. That they just put him back to the same rank he was before. And this particular comic makes me want to read more about this character. There aren't that many story arcs revolving around this character. And I do think it was a great idea introducing this character who is one of Luke's friends in a story arc before he meets Luke. Because when he's introduced later, we're already familiar with this character. So introducing, a character that is one of Luke's best friends out of nowhere wouldn't really work for a short story arc. So we are introduced to him first. So when the two eventually meet, which will be probably in a few reviews from now, depending on how long it takes me to get through this era in order. Yeah, I am doing the Rebellion era in order, at least in the comics. I don't know. I say give this comic a read. You don't have to read, the other arcs in this comic. Though I do believe this is probably one of the last arcs that, you know, you can't skip this one over if you're going to read like one of the last arcs, in this series and the first story arc of Rebellion. This is one story that is essential to read. So, yeah, if you don't want to read this whole series of Empire, I would at least pick up this, story arc. I think it's really good. It's easy to find. You can get it digital or physical. You can get it in the Marvel Epic collection. And yeah, I recommend this story. I give the story a good rating. I think it's a really good story. I recommend anyone, especially if you're a fan of, the classic, era of Star Wars that takes place in between episodes 4 and 5. I recommend it for anyone who's an original trilogy fan or is just hungry for more Star Wars stories that, unlike the current canon, which doesn't even try to actually branch out to other characters besides, the original trilogy characters, I'd check this one out if you're hungry for something new that isn't the same tired formula that modern Marvel has been doing with Star Wars. Anyway, this is Darcenovia, over and out. May the Force be with you, and see you guys next time with another review. Later!